Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pagona and welcome to the very first episode of the Isle, which is technically not really an episode, it's more of a preview of the game. The alpha was actually released the other day, 2 days ago, 1 day ago, I can't remember. But this is the very first demo of the alpha. Now the alpha is a game that I've kind of mentioned a couple of times. I did a video specializing on the game itself and what I've learnt, and that got quite a lot of views, which is it's nice to see. I don't know how many of those views kind of went towards the channel or whatever, like, not the channel but the game itself, and had a look at it. I don't know, but it's nice to see that they had a bunch of views. Now the demo itself is far from completed, and it is far from the final representation of the game. I just want to put that out there before anyone kind of looks at it and goes, needs improvement. The main developer, Dondi, is actually improving it as we speak. In fact, he sent me over a test of the new version of the alpha that's coming out in a couple of days' time. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but it looks better than this. They've kind of expanded things, and yes, I'm not really allowed to say anything. So yeah. So a bit about the alpha. If you guys, before we start, if you guys want to find out more about the game, go on to my video about the Isle. I'll put a link to it in the description. If not, find it on my channel. That way you guys can kind of find out more about the game before it just kind of saves me talking about the game itself too much and focus more on what the demo's got to offer for now. But yes, let's talk about the demo. Now, when you first load up the demo, again, it's a free demo, and I'll put a link to that in the description. But once you load it up, you will be given a screen where you can either connect to multiplayer or, you know, start your own local game. And if you want to connect to multiplayer, I don't know any servers or IPs off by heart, but I know that if you go on the Twitch channel, there's usually someone on there who's hosting a server, so you can join them and kind of play around. And yeah, but in solo you get to play as a dinosaur, so that's awesome too. I think you can in multiplayer as well. Yeah, you can. My bad. In both you can play as a dinosaur, but yes, you can play on your own like I'm doing now, if you want to. But yeah, you get spawned in here. You get given a gun which you can shoot. You also run out of ammo, but I think if you press R or F, you reload. I'm not sure. I don't know. But yes, you spawn in, you've got a gun, you can jump, you've got feet, which is awesome, and you can see this lovely campfire. Look at the campfire. Aww. Anyway, where you spawn in, you are right next to the campfire, like I've just said, but you're also next to a cave, so let's go and explore the cave right now. Now, currently, the sounds are very loud. They are extremely loud. Certain ones aren't too bad, but certain ones are, so yes, keep an eye out for that. We've got a lovely light here with some particle effects. Look at those. Look at those. Got some water in the cave, which is nice to see. Bit of water. And some lovely glowing crystals. Now, I don't know if crystals are going to have any significance in the game, but crystals are crystals, and they look amazing. Especially in caves. Got some dripping water there as well. Pretty cool. And some fog or mist or whatever you want to call it. Once again, this is not a final representation of the game. It's just a preview, a very early pre-alpha, if you will. And you got to remember that it is going to be updated, so a lot of things are going to be fixed. For example, this cave is supposed to be really dark, and it's not. Which again isn't a big issue, as there's not much in here at the moment, but hopefully as time goes on, more will be added and the cave will be darkened and more effects will be added. And yes, I'm going to talk on and on and on about the game, so I've got to kind of move on. I honestly can't wait for the game. I've been following it for God knows how long, and it does look great. Developers are great. I'm not just on about Dondi, I'm on about Vlad, who worked on the Stompin' Lands models, which are being used for this game. Rodrigo, who does the concept art, the animator who does work for Saurian, which is another dinosaur game, and yeah, it looks great. So, moving on. Currently, there are only there's multiple dinosaurs in the game, but there are currently only one species, I guess, or just the Gallimimus, that actually kind of moves around and has its own AI. AI might not be the best, as you can see, although he is running off. Where are you going? Oh, he stopped. AI is not the best, but they're in the game. They're in the game for you to watch. They're in the game for you to kill. I feel so bad every single time I kill them. Ragdoll works, and yeah, it's just to give you an idea of what they look like. I mean, Vlad the modeler is incredible. I mean, look, the detail is stunning. Even the hands, look at the hands. Look at those hands. And obviously the feet, which you can't really see. That's the back of the feet. Ah. Moving on. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I will kill everyone in your family so no one suffers. Okay, that is our goal. We've got to kill every single Gallimimus. Apart from me, when I turn into one. Because you can turn into dinosaurs. Either way, as you kind of explore the island, you got trees, you got big open plains, kind of. And yeah, the island isn't huge. It's not huge. It's just an alpha to kind of test different things and to show everyone what they're trying to accomplish with this. But as you kind of run around, you do find things like giant rocks. Ta-da! But behind giant rocks, you find temples. Or not necessarily temples, but like ancient ruins of sorts. And these do have some significance in the game, but not much has been said about that. That was a nice T-Rex call. But yeah, temples are going to, or not temples, I keep saying temples, ancient ruins and stuff are going to be part of the game to some extent. Not sure why, not sure what for, but they are going to be there. And this is just kind of a little preview of what they're kind of hoping to achieve. And even though it's kind of not rushed, but it's like not finished, it still looks pretty cool. You know, it's well done. And it's nice to see, especially, I mean, out for a game that's only been in production. It's been in production for a long time, but physically in production in the engine, being worked on for what, like 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, I don't know. It is really nice to see. Anyway, moving on, we've got a nice little swamp here, which I believe gets really loud. Oh, yeah, that's getting louder and louder and louder. Oh, for God's sake. No. Ah, we made it. But yeah, a nice little watering hole. I'm pretty sure this is going to be expanded at some point, which will be nice to see. But again, it's just to give you guys an idea of what the game is hoping to accomplish. And yeah, I think it works. I think it works. For a very early version of the game, it does work. But I am missing out the biggest part of this game. And I don't mean running around as a human. I don't mean shooting dinosaurs. I mean being dinosaurs. So we're going to jump into a Gallimimus. Hello. And my body will disappear. So yes, you can run around as a freaking Gallimimus. And as I mentioned earlier, the animations are great. This is just like a little standard chilling pose, I guess. Not really doing anything. But I mean, the walking animation is great. There's not much to walking, but still it looks great. And obviously running is even better. And you can kind of control him around and do what you want, really. And one of the things that I really liked about this game is that nothing is equal. That is something that a lot of games don't have, because everyone goes on and on and on and on about balancing the game. But in this game, nothing is equal, but everything is... it's got a fighting chance to some extent. And one thing that kind of relates to that is that Dondi, the main developer, has turned around and said that the Gallimimus isn't going to be a chicken. Like most games and most places, not places, well, no, anything Gallimimus related is usually a chicken. It just runs around, it doesn't do anything. I'm going to kill you. I am going to murder you like I murdered your family. I'm sorry. It's normally a chicken, and the Gallimimus in this game is not going to be a chicken. The Gallimimus, as with most of the dinosaurs, if not all other dinosaurs, are going to attack. They are going to hurt. They are not small creatures. This is not a small creature. If I kind of turn into a human again, it's not a small creature. It's bigger than a human. So that's nice to see. Anyway, moving on. Since the Gallimimus, I will find you, and I will kill you. I will. Since the Gallimimus is fairly simple, we are going to be a T-Rex. Yes, a T-Rex. Look at this guy. Look at him. Like, I know he was originally for the Stomping Land, but he looks so much better here. So much better. And this guy's got a bit more. He walks. He's got footsteps. Badass footsteps, if I might add myself. He can run around. Again, the animations look great. Kind of waddles. I will find you and I will kill you. Oh! 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 Use the force. My bad. Ignore me. I haven't done this for a while. What was I saying? Oh yeah. This guy has got a bit more. He's got sound effects. He roars. Such a good roar. Once again, developers are great, and the guy who does the sounds is, as you can tell, pretty freaking awesome. But apart from that, he can bite, which is something that I did earlier. Let's see if we can do that again. Where's that Gallimimus gone? Oh, there he is. Hello. So yes, he can bite. He can. Oh, there it is. And he can kind of bite low, which is pretty awesome. I mean, there isn't much more a T-Rex can do. Once they start adding in the strains and stuff, obviously you'll be able to do more. But I mean, this is fairly finished. I mean, there isn't much more that this guy needs. Nope. That's all I can really say. He's just awesome. Look at him. And he purrs. He purrs like a chainsaw. That's probably the best analogy I can do. I don't even know if I'm supposed to use the word analogy. The best comparison. He's so cool. But moving on, otherwise I'll talk too much. The final dinosaur is the Puertosaurus. And the Puertosaurus is fairly basic right now. You know, as you can see, he's slow. He can walk quicker. I love the tail animations. They're so good. He can walk a bit quicker. But apart from that, he doesn't really do much. The only other thing I can think of is this, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, it just goes on repeat over and over again, like so. I don't think you can stop it. No, you can't. Which isn't a big deal. Like, once again, it's an alpha build, but it's so cool. I can't wait to see more. Not only from the pre-alpha builds, but from the Twitch streams, from the Facebook updates, from the developer logs, which you can find on the website. They've got like a little blog now, and they'll do weekly updates. Streaming is pretty much every day. For the past couple of days, it's kind of been on and off, but it is pretty much every day. And once everything kind of kicks off with the Kickstarter and stuff, I'm guessing they'll stream a lot more. But yeah, apart from that, the game is looking great. The alpha is looking great. I've seen some more of the alpha, like the next build. That looks great. On the Twitch stream, they had the Ostroraptor, which looks great. All I can really say about this is it looks great. But yeah, look at him. Look at him skate. Look at that. Oh, talent. This man has talent. But yes. Now, I believe we've killed all the galleys. So I'm going to end this episode on a simple note. Go and check out the Twitch stream, the Facebook page, the blogs, etc. The game is looking great. I hope you guys agree. And, you know, I'll see you next time on the next video we do on the Isle. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.